Kia ora and welcome to Ōtepoti Dunedin, also affectionately known as the Edinburgh of the South. We can't wait to welcome your clients because they're going to have such a unique wildlife experience, see some awesome heritage and just have a really warm southern welcome. Here we are at the Dunedin Railway Station, one of the most photographed buildings in the Southern Hemisphere. Although it's not a commuter station anymore, your clients are going to have no problem finding us here in Dunedin. We've got a domestic airport right on our doorstep with regional connections daily. We're also in the middle of State Highway 1, so if your clients are driving, no problem at all. They'll probably come through us anyway. We're also the gateway to two of the most beautiful scenic touring routes in the country, the Southern Scenic Route and the Central Otago Touring Route. Did you know that Dunedin's one of the oldest cities in New Zealand? It also means that we're a city of firsts. In 1860s, when the Scots decided to make Dunedin their home, they spent a lot of money and time making sure that our beautiful heritage buildings were just right, especially in the schools and in the church facilities. The beauty is that your clients can wander around the city or take a guided walking tour and really get a feel for what the heritage in Dunedin is all about. We're often told by our visitors that, I wish we had another day to explore Dunedin. We really recommend that when you're booking for your clients that you give them 2 days, 3 nights at least, so they get a good chance to wander around the city and see the Otago Peninsula. It's a great city, why don't we go check it out?
Hi, I'm Deb Price. I'm the Sales and Marketing Manager at Larnach Castle. Larnach Castle is situated on top of a hill, 20 minutes from the CBD of Dunedin. Our main business here is showing New Zealand's colonial history to our visiting guests. William Larnach was an entrepreneur, a banker and a Member of Parliament. He was one of New Zealand's earliest movers and shakers. What makes Larnach Castle so special, it's actually one of the only buildings of its age left surviving in New Zealand. Larnach Castle's a privately owned conservation project. We're over 150 years old. We're fortunate enough to be positioned in a garden of international significance. So when our visitors come, they can decide to explore the garden only. They can do a self-guided tour of the castle using the AV tour available or the written brochures. We have that in 13 different languages. But for our group business, usually their tours are guided. Welcome to my favourite room. This was the Larnach family's original dining room. This is where they would entertain their guests for dinner at night. When you do a guided tour with us, you learn all of the backstories. You learn about the carved ceiling in here, the photo on the wall, which was taken in 1874 on moving in day. That's the advantage of a guided tour. Larnach Castle offers 3 styles of accommodation. We have our stable stay, it's our affordable option. We have Larnach Lodge with 12 rooms, that's our 4-star option, and we have Camp Estate, our 5-star property. In the evenings, this room is used as our dining room for our in-house guests. So many friendships have been made in this room. We know of people that have swapped email addresses, they'll share wine, but most of all, they tell travel stories about their different experiences that they've had on their holiday in New Zealand.
What's Dunedin's quirky claim to fame? It's definitely this, Baldwin Street, the steepest street in the world. In 2019, we were contested and a small village in Wales decided they had the steepest street. Luckily, a local land surveyor, Toby, went over to Wales, tested the gradient and decided that actually Dunedin was still the steepest, gave Guinness Book of Records a call and we got our title back in 2020. This is a must-do if you've got any clients coming into town, and who knows, I might see them at the top.
Kia ora koutou katoa, ngā mihi kia koutou katoa, ko Kylie Ruwhi Karawana tōku ingoa no ngā pui ahau, kei Ōtepoti ahau e noho ana. Hello everyone, my name is Kylie Ruwhi Karawana. I'm of Ngāpuhi descent, but I live here in the beautiful Ōtepoti, here in Dunedin City. Horizon Tours is a whānau owned and operated business, and we take our customers out to our beautiful city of Ōtepoti Dunedin, and we show them our conservation and our culture, and we put it into context. This beautiful piece of wetland forest is Woodhall Gardens. Māori treated this land as tapu because there's a river just to my left here where they would bathe their sick. The Europeans, when the Scottish came, they designated this place a reserve before they came, so they wanted as much green space as possible through Dunedin. So we have 255 hectares of green space, and it's a lovely special place to spend an afternoon. Ōtepoti Dunedin is a city of two cultures. It's a city of many cultures, but what we try to highlight is our Scottish culture, our Māori culture, so the way that those two cultures came to be when they first settled in Dunedin. We offer your customers an opportunity to explore Dunedin City with one of our guides. You get to see our beautiful railway station, our university, our stunning churches, and hear some of the hidden stories that we have to tell. So on our Wildlife and Wilderness tour, we introduce you to some of our wild locals. You'll get to meet albatross, little blue penguins, sea lions, seals, and some of our wading birds like pūkeko, spoonbills, pied stilts, oyster catchers. You get to see all the wildlife that we have to offer on the Otago Peninsula with an expert guide. My brother-in-law Lyndon was a wildlife ranger for over 30 years. He's worked with all of the species we have out there, and he brings them to life in a really unique way. So on our Southern Skies stargazing, that's my favourite tour. We take people out to Hoopers Inlet. Hoopers is a special place because you can see the Aurora Australis, the Southern Lights. You sit beneath the realm of Ranginui, our Sky Father. You get to see the stars, the starscapes, our beautiful Milky Way, the Southern Cross, and all the constellations. We tell Māori stories while you're lying in a zero-gravity chair, covered in blankets, hot chocolate, and a cheese platter. Life doesn't get any better than that. One of the awesome things about Horizon Tours is we are of Māori descent. So we tell people about how Māori came to this new land, how we thrived, how we navigated here using our stars. Being of Māori cultural descent and sharing that with people really gives us an opportunity to tell people who we are, but to share our landscapes in a different way. Horizon Tours is a family business. So when we take your customers out with us, they come as strangers, but they leave as family. We create memories and have a good time while we do it. So, no mai haere mai. We're looking forward to welcoming your customers back here to Aotearoa, New Zealand.
10 minutes out of town and here we are at the Otago Peninsula, Dunedin's backyard and nature's playground. We're so lucky to be here on the east coast of the South Island. It means that we are home to many species such as the rarest penguin in the world, the hoiho, the smallest penguin in the world, the little blue, and we're the only mainland breeding colony for the royal albatross. When your clients come down to the Otago Peninsula with one of our operators, not only will they get an authentic and unique wildlife experience, but they'll also be positively contributing to the conservation projects we have going on here in Dunedin. Thanks so much for visiting us here at Ōtepoti Dunedin. We can't wait to welcome your clients soon.